your favorite uncle. Thank you once again for catching the hashtag replay. I'm not going to be before you long. As you can clearly see, y'all, this is live action. I'm taking my time. Y'all know I'm not binge watching and stuff. Y'all watch an episode one day at a time. Enjoy myself, sit through it. You know, sit through it, go through it, and be like, oh, what did I like? What did I didn't like? But yes, y'all, I thoroughly am enjoying myself. I love the live action. I feel like it's beautifully and wonderfully done. However, I will say I wish these episodes weren't necessarily longer, but more episodes. Like you're cramming stuff in, and there's like bits and pieces of like the manga that would have been great to add in some of these episodes. Like had you had just done like 12 episodes or 16 episodes for 1 hour instead of 8. However, Netflix, y'all tried it. Y'all tried it. But without further delay, you guys, because I do not feel well. I'm nauseous. I need to cut my hair, do something to my beard. But I still might go for a walk before I do all that. I think I might. A nice, good quality walk. I walked this morning, but, let me walk again. I'm just rambling on a little bit. I don't know who's going to show up. I've been shadow banned because I got a strike over a video that was like it had to be over 3 years old. And all of a sudden it's, oh, this is offensive. Channel getting some traction and now something is offensive. I'm like, but anyway, y'all, this is season 2, episode 2 of One Piece, y'all. Y'all know I go character by character and not scene by scene. So let's start off with Luffy, y'all. Luffy stands out as the emotional center of this episode while everyone is focused on danger and survival. He connects with Laboon and ends with almost instantly. Instead of fearing the whale, he understands Laboon's pain and responds in the way only Luffy would. Hold on. All right, y'all start choking. Wait. Through boldness, chaos, and heart. By painting his Jolly Roger on Laboon's face, he gives Laboon a new promise to live for. It is a goofy act on the surface, but it is also a deep meaning. Deeply meaningful. Luffy basically tells Laboon, wait for us, we'll come back. That moment shows Luffy's gift for turning sadness into hope. My whole thing is this, I would have just told Laboon to follow us. Why didn't he just tell Laboon to follow them? That would have made the most sense. Laboon, follow us. Because Luffy was doing he tried to punch it, that didn't work. He said if only he could swim. How are you a pirate and not know how to swim, Luffy? How are you a pirate and you don't know how to swim? Let me know, because I'm lost. Like, that should be Pirate 101 in pirate school. Learning how to swim. Why? So you don't drown if your ship goes down, which is liable to happen. Next, we have Nami, y'all. Nami's biggest role here is practical and essential. Nami runs the show. Nami runs the show. Nami is really in charge. Luffy may be the captain, but Nami is in charge. Always has and always will be. She be the one saying, y'all go watch Luffy so I can go do something. She receives the log post from Crocus, which is one of the most important tools her the Straw has going forward. This fits her role perfectly because she is a navigator and the Great Line is impossible to travel without special guidance. While Luffy brings emotional momentum, Nami represents survival direction. This woman reinforces her intelligence is just as necessary as Luffy's courage. Her in the well, she did some good things. I did like that, Miss Wednesday did take her compass, but she was able to get it back, and I do love the fact that they all worked together. But the fact that she didn't know what a log post was, it kind of did something to her, like, wow, there's things I really don't know. Like, yeah, there are things you really don't know about, girl, come on now. It's nothing wrong with not knowing, but then that's when you ask for help. Don't ask the people who are trying to take you out the game for help, but you ask for help. Anyway, we got Zoro. Love Zoro. Zoro's role in this strength is more quiet, but he contributes to the crew's strength, controlling chaos inside the laboon. When Baroque Works agents Mr. Nine and Miss Wednesday appear, his presence keeps the Straw Hats from being overwhelmed. Even when he is not focused, Zoro has tension because he is always ready to fight. So he did create a long sword that didn't work, that ended up breaking. And him and Nami ended up getting into it, which is funny. I like the scene where was it Mr. Nine and Miss Wednesday's like title cards came up and they just kind of grabbed it. I was like, wait, so is this meta? Is this meta? Like, do y'all know that you're being watched? I feel like you do. I feel like this is meta. But yeah, y'all, this all took place in a whale. So Usopp helps bring the group's energy and reaction to the absurdity. Everything happens. Reverse Mountain. A giant whale swallowed the ship. Secret assassins hide beside the whale, and a creepy old lighthouse keeper are exactly the kind of events that make Usopp valuable. He helps sell just how bizarre the Grand Line is. Characters like Usopp makes the audience feel danger. Okay, here's the thing about Usopp, y'all. I do like the fact that he did break it. They all did, but then Luffy at the beginning was able to help them out. And of course, they ended up inside of a whale because the whale felt some type of way. I think the whale was actually trying to just see if that was his friends, because not too many people have been there in a while. So, or sorry, Laboon has been there. Then we got Sanji. Sanji's role here is part of the crew's combat readiness and group. He does a lot of kicking. I know that's his character in the manga and in the anime. Kicks a lot. And even Mr. Nine brought that up. Like, all this kicking you're doing. Like, what happens if you ain't got no legs? You gonna ever throw a punch? And I agree. You ever gonna throw a punch? Like, you can only kick for so long, dear. He gives them the log post. Sanji survives a bizarre, dangerous first step in the Grand Line. Sanji steps, confidence, balance, and magic. Yes, y'all. Sanji survived all that stuff. They were getting beat down when they were going up there, and he actually hosted a valuable character. Once again, y'all, the whole crumbling, like, this is meta. This is meta. This feels very meta to me. The fact that they were able to pull that out and throw that away, but the fact that he was able to beat up Mr. Wednesday, Mr. Nine, very, very simple, with some kicking. Like, the man had swords and you had feet. And then next, y'all, I want to go to Mr. and Miss Wednesday. These two serve as Straw Hat's first clear Baroque Worker threats inside the Grand Line. They introduced the idea that this new sea is not just dangerous because of weather or monsters, but also because organized human enemies. Their appearances shift the story from wonder into conspiracy. They're not just random attacks. They signal that a large criminal network is at work. Okay, y'all, I did like the attack. I know a lot of people were attacking Miss Wednesday Vivi because, you know, she's an Indian woman. She's Southeast descent. And, you know, she's the missing princess of the Alabasta people. And people were shocked that somebody from the desert is brown skin. But y'all got to remember, y'all, Oda chose them. Like, Oda chose her to do this. Like, he was very big on who was going to be Mr. Nine, Miss Wednesday, Nami, Luffy. He was big on that. So he felt like this girl was the right person for the job. That's okay. He's allowed to do that, y'all. And I did like her entrance. I did like her attacking Nami. I did like them getting knocked out, getting tied up. And I did like the fact that she did redeem herself and help them and save his life. Because I don't think she really wants to be a villain. I just think she wants to get away from her people. That's what I got from this episode, y'all. So, of course, you guys, we got Laboon. Y'all, Laboon is an emotional heart of this episode. His violence is really grief. He spent 50 years waiting for the Rumber powers to return, and his headbutt against Reverse Mountain is basically the physical expression of his loneliness, frustration, and hope that refuses to die. Laboon's story introduces one of the biggest themes of One Piece. Promise matters. Even a whale can build his whole life around one promise. That makes the story even bigger and sadder. Here's the thing, you guys. Why didn't Luffy just ask Laboon to come with them? I never understood that, even watching that millions of times. I feel like it would have just made more sense to say Laboon instead of waiting for us or waiting for a Rumbar. Come with us. Come with us. We'll take care of you. That would have been much better than just leaving them there. Come on, Luffy. And then we got Crocus, y'all. Crocus is the mysterious guy figure of the episode. At first, he seems odd and possibly threatening, but he quickly becomes one of the first people to introduce the Straw Hats to the reality of the grid line. He gives them the log post and tells them the heartbreaking story, you guys. He welcomes the Straw Hat into the mythology of it, and he does see the connection between Roger and Luffy, because Roger was his friend. You never know, y'all, who's friends with who. You never know who knows people, y'all. You ever heard of the term degrees of separation? Well, this is it, y'all. These are the degrees of separation that you see right here. Because he's just like, Roger, I think this one, I think you came back to me. You know, you came. And that's what everybody's saying, you guys, that Luffy, anytime somebody sees Luffy and sees how he acts, he's like, oh my gosh, this is Roger again, y'all. Roger came back to us. Like if you're in here, please do, please. It helps. Like, Roger came back to us. Roger is here. This is Roger all over again. And that's good, you guys, that he can invoke that. That lets us know that he will find the One Piece. Or if you've been on my channel for any length amount of time, that you know that Luffy is, as I believe, the One Piece. Because on any treasure map that you see, what do you see? An X. And doesn't Luffy have that X that marks the spot? I was at Burger King, got an original chicken sandwich. It was raw. That sounds like Burger King. Burger King don't know how to make orders. I worked for Burger King and would tell them what I want and they would still make it wrong. That's Burger King for you. Worked for Burger King, would tell them in the kitchen, this is how I want it. Stood next to them and they still made my food wrong. That sounds like Burger King. They act like they don't want to give you a refund because they messed up their food. Dear, I worked here for several years. It's like one of my longest jobs I ever had in my life. I can tell you, they know how to if they don't do nothing else at that store. That the ice cream machine work, but none of the brains of the people in the back that be making the food, they don't work. Now, y'all, we got Smoker. Smoker section helps bridge Logtown until the Grand Line story. Garp gives him the mission to capture the Baroque Worker agents alive and uncover Mr. O's identity, elevating Smoker from just being a local marine threat to someone tied to a much larger plot. He is no longer chasing Luffy. He is now moving towards... Okay, here's the thing about that. Garp does not want him... Garp does not want Smoker to find Luffy. That's his grandson. He wants Luffy to go that way, Garp go that way, Smoker go this way. So, I don't need you focusing on Luffy. People don't know that Luffy... Some people do, but most people don't know that Garp... That Monkey D. Garp is a grandson to Monkey D. Luffy. Is the grandfather to Monkey D. Luffy. So he's trying to keep his grandson safe. I do the same thing too. If I sat in high places, I would do the same thing. Your first job was McDonald's in It was McDonald's. My condolences. My condolences. You're in my thoughts and prayers. I know that could have been traumatizing. Next, we got Tashigi. She chose to join Smoker because Cody's words was subtle, but it is important, y'all. I did like her here saying, I'm going with you. I'm not just going to stay here and ruin my life. We just not going to do that over here, okay? Okay, I do like that. And Roger, y'all, last but not least, y'all, Roger doesn't appear, you guys, but Roger's spirit is always around, y'all. As you know, Luffy is Boy Joy incarnated, Roger incarnated. He is all of that incarnated and then some, you guys. But yes, y'all, that was episode 2 of season 2 of the live action, y'all. I like it. I wish they had more episodes, like 16, and they were all an hour long. But, you know, Netflix is on this mission to only have 8 episodes, y'all, for an hour long. But let me know what y'all think about it, y'all. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, come back, y'all. Your favorite uncle loves you always, and there's absolutely positively nothing you can do about that. Bye.